What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This episode number 93, and yes, we're still going, guys, so hang on in there. We are still carrying on with the Norwich Career Mode just for the time being. Welcome back to another episode of Career Mode, and today, guys, as you can see, I have changed the formation. Yes, I have. I've gone to a 3-5-2. Now, the reason I've done this is because I've had loads of comments saying, put Leroy Fer back in the side, don't be a trader, put Fer back in the side, we love Leroy Fer. So Leroy Fer is indeed back in the side. So this is a sort of a little confirmation to show you that I do listen to you guys. A lot of people think that I just do my own thing and I never listen to you, but that's completely untrue. I do indeed listen to you guys, and I do take all your suggestions on board. And a lot of you did say you wanted Leroy Fer back in the side, and that's understandable because I, like you guys, absolutely love Leroy Fer. He is, of course, the club captain. He has been here since the beginning of the Norwich Career Mode, and he is our main engine, if you will, of the team. And of course, I did bench Leroy Fer due to the signing of Paul Pogba and Christian Benteke as well, subsequently as well, because we changed the formation, and obviously Pogba sat in the defensive midfield position which Leroy Fer was occupying before Pogba's arrival. So Leroy Fer is back in the side, and yes, hopefully that has cheered you guys up a little bit, because I did read some of your comments. You were quite angry that I'd put Leroy Fer back on the bench, but yeah, here he is, and I guess that means everyone can be a lot happier now. So Leroy Fer is back in the side, and his first game, his first start in the Barclays Premier League would be against Manchester City here. Of course, we're both sitting in 8th and 9th, I think it is. Norwich 8th, City 9th. So not the most amazing start to the season for both teams, really. I mean, it's only been 4 games, but still, would hope to be a little bit higher up on the table, but after a few games. But even so, the first chance of this game, which I still believe would probably be a title contender, come the end of the season between these two teams. First chance of the game came in the first minute. Wijnaldum plays in a fantastic through ball towards Christian Benteke, and Benteke's shot was fantastically stopped by Joe Hart. So a really good chance for us to go 1-0 up here, but how about this in the 25th minute? Smalling failed to clear, Fer failed to clear, and Neymar pounced. So one of the big signings for Man City during the summer, Neymar puts the ball into the back of the net, and City are in front in the first half. So a bad start for us here. But in the 36th minute here, James Milner loses out twice to Andros Townsend. Towns finds Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum chips it over the top to Lukaku. First time volley pass towards Townsend. Townsend beats Milner for pace, crosses the ball in, and a free header for Benteke, which he puts an absolute mile wide. What a terrible miss by Benteke. Still 1-0, and that was it for the first half. But in the second half, you see Pogba get on the ball here, gets past Micah Richards, plays a fantastic through ball to Townsend, crosses the ball in, another free header for Benteke, but this time he's not going to miss it. It's a really solid header, no chance for Joe Hart, and we equalise here. So Benteke gets the goal, makes up for that sitter in the first half. It's 1-1, and in the 58th minute, what a ball by Leroy Fer after he wins the ball back, finds Benteke. Benteke holds the ball off, spots the run of Leroy Fer, who drills the ball into the bottom corner. The captain put back in the side, gets the goal, and I guess he makes a bit of a statement here. The captain's statement to me, puts his hands to his ears, Carlos Tevez style, and says, come on in, come on, why have you dropped me? Give me some answers, give me some reasoning here. And Leroy Fer gets the goal, so that shows exactly why he deserves to be put back in the side. Leroy Fer makes it 2-1. And I guess that celebration was a little bit of aggression towards me there. But in the 74th minute, Pogba gets on the ball here, skips past his man, rolls it through to Townsend. Those two are linking up really nicely in this game. Townsend with a reverse step over, takes out Company, plays the ball back to Leroy Fer, gets past Thiago with the fake shot, and what an absolutely superb goal by Leroy Fer. It is a superb strike by our captain, back in the side against Manchester City. And I'm so sorry, Leroy. I should never have dropped you. I know Pogba's insane, but I should never have dropped you because I just know how good you are. That was an amazing goal by Leroy Fer. It's 3-1, and City waste a great chance to get back into the game here with a few minutes to go. Neymar's free header goes wide, and it does finish Norwich 3, Manchester City 1. So 2 goals from our captain, reinstated in the first team, means that we collect all 3 points against our title rival. So I'm so sorry, Leroy. I should never have dropped you, but 3-1 was the final score, and I'm sure you guys are sitting there saying, see, you should have listened to us earlier. Leroy Fer comes back and inspires us to a 3-1 victory. So the second game of today's episode out of 3 is against Morecambe here in the Capital One Cup, third round, I do believe, at Carrow Road. And of course, it was time to rest all the players, because the Capital One Cup, despite winning it 2 times in a row, we're not bothered about it. I mean, we're really not anymore. You know, we started the series off, yes, winning the Capital One Cup was important because it was a chance for us to get into Europe, but now it's like, so what? Do you know what I mean? We've won the FA Cup, which is better. We can challenge for the title with this squad. We're establishing ourselves as a Champions League squad. We don't need the Capital One Cup, but even so, it is a good chance to develop our youngsters, and 2 of them here, D'Annunzio and Lee Marshall, link up. What a superb half volley by Lee Marshall after D'Annunzio's fantastic chip through ball. Nice to see the Youth Academy players link up there, but after Lee Marshall's shot hit the post, Doyle ends up putting the ball into the back of the net. What a great half volley it was by Marshall, but Anthony tried to follow up. He didn't react quick enough, but Doyle, the Morecambe player, put it right into his own net. So 1-0 here, great start for us. And in the 14th minute, Dale Jennings finds Anthony here. Anthony goes through 1-on-1, great chance for him to get his first goal of the game, but he chips the ball onto the roof of the net. Should have probably sweated out, to be honest, but I thought, no, I don't want to sweat it, and I'll try my best to chip it over, but it didn't work. Still 1-0, but we were in control from the first minute, really. In the 22nd minute, another great chance for us. Lee Marshall crosses the ball in, and Anthony makes amends for that miss on the 1-on-1 as he heads the ball past the goalkeeper. Anthony gets the goal, and those two as a strike partnership, you know, they look absolutely fantastic. Lee Marshall and Anthony look superb. So it's 2-0 here, and in the 48th minute here, Morecambe give the ball away. Lee Marshall, how about that? What a wonderful interception, fake shot, brilliant through ball with his right foot, finds Anthony. Anthony skips past his man, puts the ball into the bottom corner, and we're 3-0 up in 49 minutes. Morecambe just did not turn up, really. You feel a bit sorry for them, you know, lower league opposition away at a Premier League ground. It was always going to be difficult despite the backup side. They just didn't play well. They did have a good chance though in the 61st minute, I think it was. A header comes in here, but Alphonse Areola, the French goalkeeper making his debut, doesn't even need to dive, to be honest. It went harmlessly wide the post, but he did cover it anyway, and it was still 3-0. And in the 73rd minute here, a great chance from Nathaniel Chaloba. Tries to chip the goalkeeper, he tips it up in the air, and it's headed away by Morecambe, and they manage to get the ball away. So the game does finish 3-0, so they keep the scoreline respectable, which is good for them, but we were in complete control from the first minute, and I was actually quite disappointed we didn't score about 4, 5, possibly even 6 goals, really. If you would have seen the match stats, you would have been disappointed about my finishing, really, but yeah, 3-0 the final score. 2 for Anthony and 1 own goal as well, so a very, very good result for us here. And the third and final game of today's episode is away at the Hawthorns to take on West Bromwich Albion. So taking on the Baggies here, not going to be an easy task. Obviously I'm really liking what Steve Clarke's doing with West Brom at the moment in real life. So yeah, taking on Steve Clarke's men. Obviously they have a very good side, but we were back to full fitness. We rested all our players in midweek, so every single player was ready to start again, and Leroy Fer keeps his place in the starting 11. I don't want to be taking him out anymore. Don't want to be dropping in for any more players. But yeah, Fer keeps his place in the starting 11. And yeah, we're looking to get another win in this game. Back-to-back wins in the league. But it isn't going to be too easy for us, of course, because West Brom do have some very good players. Obviously, Shane Long up front, and each will be a very strong player. Billy Jones is a right back who's very underrated in my opinion. So a very, very decent side there. Steve Clarke has out. But the first chance of the game did come straight from kickoff as we pass the ball around here. Paul Pogba gives the ball out wide to Andros Townsend. Those two link up so well together. Townsend gets on the ball here, step overs around his man, plays it to Leroy Fer, our captain. What a superb free ball straight away. Benteke finds Redmond, and in the first couple of minutes with the first attack, Nathan Redmond makes it 1-0 to Norwich. So we had all the possession. West Brom didn't even have a touch of the ball, and Redmond put the ball into the back of the net. You couldn't have asked for a better start there. 1-0 to us, and in the 11th minute, Stephen Corker wins the ball here, finds Benteke. Benteke finds Wijnaldum. The Dutchman rolls the ball through to Lukaku. Can he finish 1-on-1? Yes, he can. He stops the ball and puts it into the bottom corner with his weaker right foot. No chance for Lee Camp, and it is 2-0 to Norwich just 12 minutes in. West Brom were all over the place. They just did not get going in this game, just like Morecambe in the previous game. And in the 28th minute, how about this? Leroy Fer finds Paul Pogba, takes a touch, takes aim, and he finds the back of the net from an absolute mile out. It was a superb strike by Pogba. I did say a couple episodes ago, one of the reasons I signed him is because his long shooting is just unreal. He would score a couple of screamers for us during the series, and that's already his second fantastic long range goal. But as I watched on the replay, I've got to say, how on earth did Lee Camp not save that? That was embarrassing goalkeeping to say the least. It was basically straight at him, and he seemed to collapse. And I mean, also I don't need to show a slide, as you guys know I don't cheat, but even so, I'm sure there'll be one or two people questioning the validity of that goal. But yeah, it was a good goal by Pogba, but in reality Lee Camp should have saved it. But it's still 3-0, and in the 42nd minute here we pick the ball up. Nathan Redmond rolls it out wide to Paul Pogba. Pogba plays it back to Kirikez down the left hand side here. Kirikez gets around his man with the fake shot, plays it to Leroy Fer, our captain. Fer gets on the ball, plays it back to Cork, and we just pass the ball around really, just keep possession, don't give it away cheaply, play it through to Pogba here down the left hand side, cuts inside onto his right foot, was going to let fly from range, but I thought now pass it through. Townsend goes through one-on-one, but sadly Lee Camp makes up for that error with a very, very good save. It comes back to Pogba, who shoots, and this time Camp does get his body behind it and make the save. So still 3-0 here, and we were still pressing to score that fourth goal, but just past the hour mark, Shane Long gets on the ball here, gives it to Morrison. Morrison runs through, chips the ball over to Shane Long. Our defence is parted, it comes through to Long, and he puts the ball past Fraser Forster. So no clean sheet for us, sadly. Good finish from Shane Long there after a nice ball by Morrison. And sadly West Brom do get a goal back for their troubles, but we took on Leroy Fer here, so dropping him to the bench. But no, took off Leroy Fer for Ravel Morrison just because I wanted him to play in midweek, and I thought it would be good to sub Ravel Morrison on because I didn't plan to play him in midweek. So Leroy Fer comes off for an early bath. He's already done his job today, so he comes off, and it's 3-1 here. But we had a chance straight from kick-off, but Camp made a good save, and from the 67th minute here we had a corner. Townsend crossed the ball and it was headed away, came to Redmond. Redmond finds Pogba, first time strike is blocked, comes to Benteke. What a superb finish on the half volley by Christian Benteke, but sadly, as you'll see here, the assistant referee had their flag up, and rightfully so, because he was a mile offside. So a good decision there, and it is still 3-1. But in the 70th minute here, Dorrans plays a free ball to Morrison. Morrison goes running. Can he find his man? No. Forster comes out, clears the ball away. Wijnaldum then clears it onto Benteke. Benteke hoofs the ball up in the air. It comes to our substitute Ravel Morrison. What a first touch to get around Corluka. Goes through and puts the ball past Lee Camp. So a goal for our substitute. 4-1 the final score, and a very, very impressive episode for good results here. And as always, guys, a big thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode on my channel very soon. And just a reminder for you guys that voted in the poll for my next gen career mode, what team you want me to start with. If you follow me on Twitter at @Doclanders, you'll be able to see what team I did indeed get chosen for my next gen career mode. So thanks for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you for the next episode of career mode very soon.